So you've seen people earning thousands of dollars from digital products and you think that you need to be smart, be rich, have a lot of skills, be techie, but you don't need any of that. All you need to do is answer these 5 questions, and when you do, selling digital products becomes pretty easy actually. If you're new here, I'm Energy. I used to be super broke. I hated my job, I hated my life. Then I taught myself how to sell digital products, made 6 figures, and in this video, I'm gonna teach you the process on how you can do the same. I'm sure you've probably been overcomplicating it, but the process is simple. You only need to answer 5 questions. Who, what, why, where, and how. So who do I sell to? Well, to sell digital products, you need to have a profitable audience. And I want you to remember this. Actually, you guys should be taking notes on this whole video. But the thing that determines profitability in an audience is pain. If you have somebody who has a problem and it's so painful, they will literally pay anything just to have a solution. That's how you know that this audience is profitable. There's a quote that says, solve your own problem, then sell the solution. Let me teach you how I did that to make my first $20,000 by selling hair digital products. Well, my pain point was when I was in college, I shaved my head and I was bald, okay? I'll put a picture on the screen. And I wanted to regrow my hair, but I couldn't find store-bought products that really worked for me, especially because I traveled so much. And so what I did was I taught myself how to make all of my products from scratch using all natural ingredients, and I was able to grow out my hair from there. And so that was my pain point, right? I started talking about it online and I saw that other people also had the same pain points. And so I created a product which was an ebook and which was a hair progress tracker template. And I sold that for $40 and ended up making $20,000 from that. And it only took me about 2 or 3 months to start making a full-time income. I was making my marketing videos here on YouTube. I didn't get a lot of views. I got 1,000 views maybe per video, but I was still able to sell thousands of dollars a month from this. Find what is your pain point that you solved, and that's where you're gonna find your own treasure. This doesn't have to be anything crazy. Did you move to a city and find out how to make friends? Did you, change your appearance and change how you look? Maybe that's, you learn how to do your makeup a certain way. Maybe you learned how to dress, like color seasons and color analysis is really popular right now. You could offer a digital product in that niche. Did you lose weight? Did you overcome a toxic relationship? Did you figure out how to thrive with your toxic parents, right? Did you figure out how to make money and you used to always be broke? Like, that's my story. I was broke. I tried a bunch of things. I failed a lot of things, and now I teach other people how they can make money online. Did you find a different method on how to study to ensure that you get all A's? Do you know how many people would pay for that? Did you teach yourself how to use a new computer program? Did you teach yourself how to sew clothes? Like, I'm learning how to sew. I want to buy a course. I'm actually going to buy a course. It's already in the cart about how to sew your own clothes, okay? Figure out what in your life you solved, a problem that was painful for you, and then find that audience, because I'm sure other people will have the same problem. Like, you're not so unique that you have super unique problems that you couldn't possibly help anybody else. And if you're like, Energy, I don't have any problems that I solved, I'm down bad still. Honey, maybe you need to make a book on how you could be down bad, have a bunch of problems, never solve them, and still live to tell the tale today. 26, 30, 40, 50 years later, you're still alive. Dang, I would buy that, right? Because how are you living? You never solved one problem in your life, right? Everybody has something that they have solved that they can help other people. If you feel like, I have problems that I solved, I have something I can offer, but I don't really have the skills to put that into a product, well, don't worry, because I was there too, which is why I started learning on Skillshare. 5 years later, they're now sponsoring this video.
For almost every business I've launched, from copywriting to content creation, I've learned on Skillshare. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives with a bunch of classes from design, marketing, productivity, business, and more. With thousands of classes, Skillshare can help you go from beginner to advanced in hours. Like this class right here from Alan Sharp was my very first class and helped me land a writing job with Forbes as a beginner. This is because of their learn by doing approach, where members can create and share a project after completing a class and get feedback from the community. That really makes it different from just learning on YouTube. It's also a lot more structured. Like when I learn on Google or YouTube, I have to figure out what to search for and hope that I cover everything. But with Skillshare's Learning Pass, you're given curated class collections to master a specific skill. Like I'm currently taking this class for sewing, but with all their categories, you can literally learn anything that you need to level up on Skillshare.
The first 500 people to use my link and join Skillshare are gonna get their first 1 month completely free. You don't even have to spend any money to start honing in those skills and get your digital product business started, so the link for that will be down in my description. You know who you're gonna sell to, but of course, knowing who is not enough. You need to know what to sell to them. This is actually not as hard as people make it because you don't need to reinvent the wheel when thinking, what do I sell to people? All you need to do is see what they're already buying. So put yourself in the mind of the customer, go to Google, type in your problem. So maybe your customer's problem is that they want to grow on Instagram, right? So I would say type into Google, how to grow on Instagram courses, best courses for how to grow on Instagram, and see everything that comes up. You're then going to put everything that comes up into a Notion document and you're going to be spy mode, all right? The reason that this is good is because your customer knows everything that, not everything, but like a lot of things that are out there. They've done the research. So you don't ever want to go in there not knowing what your customer is seeing, right? You want to know exactly what you're up against. And so write all of your competition, the top 10, 15 competitors, other courses, other books, other templates, other printables, whatever it is, write it down and see, how am I going to make this better? All you need to look at is what are they selling and what are they including and why is it that your customer would buy from them, right? And so the reason that you do this is because, like, say you see that somebody is selling a course. Okay, that's very common. But you see that that course doesn't really include everything that it could include. So that's how you know, all right, I can sell a course, and the way I'm going to be better is I'm going to add this. I saw that people were selling ebooks for hair, but I saw that they weren't selling like trackers and templates where people could keep track of their progress. So I wrote down what my customer was seeing, the ebook, and then I said, if I sell templates and if I sell personalized plan, well, that's going to put me on top. And if my price is right too, it's going to be a no-brainer for them to purchase with me. This is good because you also get different ideas on which formats you can explore, right? So it could be, maybe you were thinking of selling an ebook, but you saw that other people were selling audits, or you saw that other people were selling printables, or you saw that other people were selling coloring books, whatever it is. You also get new ideas. When you guys are thinking of a product to create, I don't want you to create something completely new. If you're like, I don't see what I have to offer out there, you probably didn't stumble across a gold mine. You probably just stumbled across a product that is not profitable, right? You're not ever going to really need to reinvent the wheel. And that's what a lot of you guys are doing. And it's like, you're wondering why you're not making sales. Well, honey, nobody is making that product because nobody's buying that product, right? So you always want to see what is working, what is out there, what is popular. There's a tool you can use to determine how popular this competitor is. It's called SimilarWeb. And so all you need to do is go on that website. It's a free extension and you can look at their web traffic. And then I would focus my efforts on studying their products the most. The people who do this next step right is what separates those who are going to make only $500 a year and who are going to make $5,000 a month. You need to know your why. Why would people buy from you and not your competition? Now, your customers know exactly why they would buy from your competitor and not you. So you need to know that just as much as your customer. Like, be brutally honest with yourself, right? They wouldn't buy from you because your website looks shady. They wouldn't buy from you because it looks like AI, wrote your book or something like that, whatever you're selling. Maybe they wouldn't buy from you because you didn't include all the things that they need. Maybe they wouldn't buy from you because you don't look as professional as the competition. Don't kid yourself, honey. Be honest. Write down everything that your competition has an advantage over you right now, and then you need to get up to that level, right? The thing is that, like, as customers, we're really smart. We do a lot of research. Do as much or more research than your customer so that when you're creating your product, you know exactly why they would buy from you instead. And you can literally write that on your website. So, we're the only course who teaches your cat how to do a backflip, right? Wow, your customer, you're like, wow, nobody else is teaching my cat how to do a backflip. They're all doing the, shake the paw. Okay, This is going to be the selling point. You make it kind of like a no-brainer when you know your competition and everything that your customer is thinking, you're already 2 steps ahead.
I am always 2 steps ahead.
By the end of this step, you should know at least 3 reasons why you are better than each one of your competition that you wrote down, the 10 people. If you can't answer that, you're not going to get sales, and you're especially not going to get as many sales as you could get. That step is probably the hardest part. This next question that you're going to answer is very necessary, but very easy, okay? Where do I sell this? Now, you really just need to sell it wherever people are able to buy it. I made a whole video on like the top platforms that I personally recommend, but I'm always going to recommend selling on your own website. This is important because, when you sell on other platforms, you don't have a lot of creative control. And when you sell on your own website, it just makes you look very, very professional. For that, I would recommend Shopify. I would recommend Hostinger. But if you want to use like something else, you can use StanStore. You can use Gumroad. There's another one. I can't remember right now. But also there's people who are like, Energy, I don't want to have my own website. Well, for y'all, I'm going to recommend Etsy. Okay, I did a video about Etsy, so I'm not a big fan of it, but a lot of people do use it, and you can definitely get traffic on Etsy. The thing about Etsy is you have a bunch of people all around you. They're all trying to sell it for dirt cheap. Especially there's people who, they're not coming from the US. They could survive on $2 a day. Okay. And so it's like, you are going to be incentivized to lower your prices because that's what everybody around you is doing. Everybody has a race to the bottom. It's like selling 500 things for $5. Ooh. And when people are shopping on your listing, Etsy literally has something under it that says other listing you may like. And it's promoting other stores. Other stores are paying to be there too. And so it's like when you have your own website, you don't have to deal with any of that. People are like, well, Energy, Etsy brings you traffic. Etsy doesn't bring a lot of traffic at first. At first, you really have to bring those initial sales. And then the people who have those consistent sales at first are then going to be pushed by the Etsy algorithm. I've sold on Etsy without any marketing, and I did make sales, but I could have done a lot better if I just market it myself on my own website. Which leads me to the next question that needs to be answered that everybody and their mama always asks me. How? How do I market my product? Well, this is simple. When I say simple, I mean it's simple to understand, but the actual execution is the harder part. When it comes to marketing, there's 2 ways that you can do it. Either you have money and no time, or you have time but no money, or at least you don't want to spend money. If you have time but no money, then you need to go the organic marketing way, which means that you're going to be marketing on social media. When you are marketing on social media, it is all about building a personal brand. Now, a personal brand doesn't have to mean you yourself and your face. It could just mean the brand around your product only, but it needs to have some type of branding, and you need to be marketing on a platform where your audience is. For example, if your audience is a younger demographic, then you should probably be on TikTok. If your audience is a bit older, then you should probably be on Facebook. If your audience is mainly women and moms, then maybe you want to be on Pinterest. I just bought something the other day from Pinterest because they were marketing on Pinterest, right? And so I reached out to them. When it comes to marketing, I suggest creating short form videos to actually promote your brand and promote your product in a way. The reason I suggest short form videos is because they're quicker to make. So you can make 1 video a day. The video is only 10, 20, 30 seconds. Everybody can do that, right? The biggest mistake that I see people make when trying to build their personal brand on social media is they're promoting their product. So they have an ebook and they're like, hey guys, buy my ebook. It's about hair care. Nobody's gonna buy that. Nobody wants to see an ad. Nobody wants to just scroll on 100 videos of you telling them to buy. No. What I did it with long form videos, is I made helpful educational content. For example, my ebook was about recipes that you can make for your hair. So the videos that I was making was just about best things to eat if you want to have good hair growth, whatever. You see how this is related to hair care, but it's not necessarily giving away what is in my ebook. And so people really love that video. I also made another video like hair secrets from around the world. So African hair secrets, Hawaiian hair growth tips. Did I do anything else? That's one of my most viewed video, and that made me so much money because I was creating content that was entertaining, it was educational, and it wasn't just promoting my product, but because I was so knowledgeable in that video, people were like, what does she have to offer? She's giving away so much value in this free content. I need to get this $20 ebook because she knows her stuff. So when it comes to the content that you're making, figure out, how can I make this entertaining? How can I make this educational? How can I say this in a 30-second video? Now, to get started, I would say to type in your niche into TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever platform that you're using, and see what other people are making and see what is the most viral videos there. Make literally the same thing, but just put your own spin on it and see how much traction you can get. 30 videos in 30 days. We need to make a challenge or something. Again, you don't have to reinvent the wheel and you don't have to be lost. Any grandma can literally look up what video is being made and then make a similar one to that. You don't even need to show your face. Look up what content is faceless. So if it's weight loss content, if it's hair content, if it's about clothes, if it's about a software program, whatever it is, just see what videos are being made faceless and then make it in a similar way. This is going to be your marketing because as soon as you put those videos out, it literally stays out there for ever, like until you delete it. And so you always have marketing content working for you without having to spend money or anything. You don't even need a lot of views. I was making money. I only had 1,000 views on a video or something. You just need to speak directly to a customer's problem and ensure them that you're the person who knows how to help them. Make yourself an authority figure. Know your stuff. And when people trust you, they know you, they like you, they will buy from you. If you're the person who has money but no time, say you have, a job or you have kids, whatever, but you do have money, you don't want to be on social media, then there's two things you could do. You can either, one, buy ads. Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Pinterest ads, whatever ads. To learn that, there's a lot of free resources. I've personally never paid for ads. Well, actually, I take that back. I have paid for ads before, but I've never ran a business on ads. I'm an organic content girly. But if you don't want to show your face and you want just like a pay to play type of thing, ads are going to be the best way. And there's people who have scaled their businesses to $1 million plus just on ads alone. If you don't want to make ads, do any of that, then you're going to use your money to leverage other people's personal brands. So this is going to be your typical sponsoring. So you can reach out to influencers. Now, it does not have to be big influencers because they're most likely going to be out of your budget, but you can reach out to micro influencers. So say there's like a small parenting influencer. They have 5,000 followers or something. They're creating content all the time and you have printables that you sell, for children. Like that's the audience. You're targeting moms. Then I would reach out to that person with 5,000 subscribers and see what their rates are. And they're probably going to be more affordable than somebody who has 100, 200,000 followers. And so this is also a pay to play game because you're going to pay them a certain amount to promote it, but you don't have to create an ad. You don't have to do all of that. They do that. And then you hopefully will get some sales from there. Now, this method is not like a guaranteed way because you never know if you're going to get conversions, but it's a way that you can leverage other people's content. You don't have to make content. You don't have to make ads. You don't really have to do anything except for find the influencers and have your website set up very well for conversion. So this is called influencer marketing. There really are endless ways to market your product. So I don't want anybody to feel like, how do I market? I can't do it. Like I will never make sales. It has to take years. I had somebody in my comment the other day, like, it takes years to bring in traffic. Speak for yourself, honey, because it took me only 2 months. And I feel like for you guys watching this video, if you guys know how to Google, if you guys know how to take different classes online, if you guys know how to find the answer, and if you have that hustle in you, it doesn't have to take you so long. Like it doesn't have to take you years. It could just take you a couple months. I had the hustle in me, okay? I had the dog in me. Just kidding. But no, I just hated my job and like I needed out ASAP. That was enough motivation for me to learn what the hell I needed to learn, to take the classes I needed to take, to read the books that I needed to read, right? It's simple. It's not easy. It's simple, but you can actually change your life with this. Take your families on vacations, not work so damn much. Move to that cottage that you want to move to in the middle of nowhere because your digital products are being able to, be sold even when you're sleeping. You don't need to be clocking in, right? Do the work that it takes you to do in order to change your life, and it can happen for you. I have so many other videos on how to sell digital products. Like, you guys want to learn how to use AI to create your digital product? I have a video on that. You guys want to learn even more about marketing? I have a video on that. You guys want to learn how to use AI to create content for your marketing, even in different languages? I have a video for that. I have so many videos on how to sell digital products that are free, okay, here on YouTube. So there's really no excuse right now not to start your digital product business. And if you guys have any more questions, I want you to link them down below. I'm coming out with a whole marketing series that I'm really, really excited about. So just leave me all your questions down below and I'll answer them the best that I can. Other than that, I will see you guys in my next video.